Alright, this lab is on atomic models, well, modeling atoms, creating models of them. So we're basically combining what we just learned about the parts of an atom, the protons, neutrons, and electrons, with one of the models, the Bohr model, that we also just learned about the other day. So, the background information actually gives you some good information just as a quick reference and quick review on protons, neutrons, and electrons, and also shows you the Bohr model. The Bohr model basically has the nucleus in the center with electrons positioned on orbits or rings, in this case electron energy levels, around the nucleus. Now, it also goes into a little bit of an explanation about how to read the periodic table, and it talks about the procedure. So what you're going to do is you're going to obtain a bag containing blue and black marbles, and then there's also a number written on the bag. The black marbles represent the protons, the blue marbles are neutrons, and the written number represents the total number of electrons. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that information and record it here on this data table. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger just so I can write. There we go. All right, so we're going to do an example together here. Okay, so the bag that I have is, we're just going to title it example. Okay, in this example bag, if I count all of the blue beads in there, I actually have 16 protons. If I count all the black beads, I have 18 neutrons. Now, if you look here, protons and neutrons, we combine those to generate mass. So my mass number 16 plus 18 gives me 34. I then use my periodic table that I have, and I look at the number of protons to determine what element I have. In this case, the element name is sulfur. Then, looking at the bag label, it tells me how many electrons are on there. In this case, the number on the bag is 18. So as you can see, all of the items that are in the shaded columns are information that you will get from the bag. Anything with a white column header is things that you will have to figure out. Now, I know the element is sulfur, so my element symbol is an S. The ion symbol, I only do this if there is a charge, and so for that I need to look at the number of protons and the number of electrons. In this case, I have 16 protons minus 18 electrons, so my number here would be a -2. If it's anything other than 0, you have to write the ion symbol, and that would be your ion symbol. If it is 0, you do not have to write the ion symbol. The last thing that you write in here is the isotope symbol, which would be the name, followed by a dash, and the mass. So you will continue this for the 9 other bags that you choose. After that, what you will do is you will come down here, further down, okay, to these boxes. And in these boxes, you are actually going to draw a Bohr model for that element, that bag. So underneath the box, you're actually going to write the nuclear notation. So we have 34 as its mass at the top, 16 at the bottom, with a -2. And then what you're going to do is in the box, you're going to write 16 P plus for protons. I have 18 N0 for neutrons. And you can put a circle around that to indicate that those are in the nucleus. Then you're going to place your 18 electrons on the rings. Okay, so I'm actually going to draw 3 rings around here. Now, I can't just simply put all 18 on that first ring. I actually have to fill them in strategically. My first ring can hold 2 electrons, so that's how many I put there. My second ring can hold 8 electrons. So 2 plus 8 is 10, so I need to place 8 more. My third ring can hold 18, so I can place my 8 on there and actually be just fine. I haven't filled it up, but it's okay. I don't have to fill it up completely. That would be my Bohr model for my first example. I would then go to the second box and write my bore model for my second bag based on the chart above. After you're done with that information, you will actually then you'll fill in the rest of those boxes with bore models, and then the questions. These are your analysis and conclusion questions that you need to answer on your own.